I never knew this, but Macs have tiling managers. And I messed with it a little bit, and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I know Linux has this for the longest. Never knew Macs had it. I always wanted to use one. So let me show you. So we just go on Firefox, and here they have their guide. And all you need to do is brew install it. And they have a bunch of explanation of how it works. This is cool tree-based system, right? And all you really need to do to set it up is download this file and just put it in your root. So let me here's an example of how it really works. Boom, coolest thing ever, right? And then with that file that we set up, that you should show you this one, we could do bam, this is the file. All right, and there's a lot of settings. I already changed some, but right now I'm in the tiles layout. There's multiple layouts. There's tiles and accordion. All right, default is on tiles. All right, once you set this thing up, one problem I did face is I was like, oh, do I have to restore my whole Mac to fix it? Nope. Go here, Command R, you can reload your config. So with that, I'll use that to help show you guys. So we have tiles. Let's try out accordion. Right. We could reload it. Nothing changed. Did I misspell accordion? I guess nothing changes. Maybe if I open something new. Oh well. Anyways, we have a bunch of different values. You can read through the important ones. The other ones I don't think are that important to me. But there's a system called workspaces, where we can have our different files or different tabs on different screens. All right, so right now this is my tutorial screen. I'm showing you guys the guide and the file, the config file. Well, if I want to do something else in the background, I could click options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or any number on my keyboard. And on the top right, you'll see that it changes. Right, so let's go to 2, and let's take some notes. Right now, my Obsidian, and let's say I want to read. Right, and I put my art there because I don't want any papers just being leaked and shown. I don't want to get arrested. Now how that works, but yeah. But no, this is real cool. So then I take my notes. Let me take it. I can make a new note. Right, blah 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 blah. I learned so much. Here we go, blah blah. And look, primitively, I am using my mouse to switch them. But we could use Vim motions to switch between the tabs. This is probably my favorite part about this app. Look, if I hold options and L, I'm on my right screen now. If I'm do options H, left screen, right screen, left screen, right screen, it's really cool. Now let's go back to the main one. I don't know where Obsidian went. Oh, is it in accordion mode still? Anyways. Yeah. Yeah, no, those are the workspaces. I could use the Vim motions to move everything. So left, right, left, right, left, right. And if I click shift, options, and the direction, here we go. And then we could also do up and down. And then with it up and down, then I could select it based like that. I prefer like this. There we go. And you're automatically reselected. You don't need to use your mouse to click anything, right? We could also make this bigger. Options plus, options minus. So I can see clearer, right? And you could change your keyboard mapping based on what keyboard you use. This right here determines the gap everywhere. So let's say you see there's a little gap between these two windows, or this gap, or that gap, or this gap, this gap. We could change the size of those. So let's say I want to change the middle gap. That one would be horizontal, right? I could change this to, I could change this to like 10, right? And then we could refresh and see that the gap grew. Let's do something bigger so we can actually see. We could do 50. There's a huge gap now. And no matter what I do, yeah, that gap will persist, right? All right. Sorry, for my choppy Vim, just getting started with it. But anyways, let's move back to 8. That's when I had it before. And you could change all these ones so they're left to right, they're on the side to side from each other. So I put 8 for that in vertical, since there is less vertical space on my screen. As you can see, I made it smaller. There we go. So like now, if I want to do top bottom, you'll see that this space is smaller. I think that's a good detail that you guys should implement on your own. There's a lot of these things. So yeah, these are the controls that are showing you. Yeah, and then you could swap your workspaces. Another thing to do is then do like options shift and then the workspace you want to send it to. So let's send this terminal to workspace 2. Oh, where did it go? We go workspace 2. Now we have everything here. The windows are a little, this Zotero window is a little weird. So we could probably rearrange that so it makes more sense. There we go. And now make it smaller. There you go. And now I can navigate this. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. And this is like a really nifty piece of software. And I think more people should be using it.